Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Virtual Tomodachi Gala. I'm Brady Wakayama from King 5 News.
And I'm Yuna Nishimoto of Compass Group at Microsoft and a longtime community volunteer.
Yuna, as you know, this is the biggest fundraiser for the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Washington. Thank you all for being here with us tonight.
To keep the love flowing, we invite you to donate to the J. Simply go to our website at jccccw.org and press the donate button. You can do this after this awesome program.
And at the end of the program, we will have a live auction of a beautiful ukulele autographed by Jake Shimabukuro and draw the lucky winner of a trip for 2 anywhere Alaska flies. So stick around.
And here to kick things off is the Executive Director of the J, Karen Yoshitomi.
Hello and welcome. I'm Karen Yoshitomi and I'm the Executive Director here at the J. And when you come to the J, you'll find that we are here to celebrate people through art, culture, and history. And if you visit the J now, you will have an opportunity to see our newest installation, artwork from Paul Horiuchi, Frank Fuji, and Roger Shimomura. Tomodachi is a time to bring together friends, and this year we're so pleased to be able to honor Jake Shimabukuro as this year's Tomodachi awardee. I've been a fan since 2012 with this CD, Grand Ukulele, Fields of Gold. I've played the song nearly 1,000 times. And this year we have a special treat in that we have received a signed ukulele made with one of Jake's own brand of ukuleles. And later on in the program, there will be an auction for this ukulele. Bid often, bid high. It's a fundraiser for our event and appreciate your support, and many thanks to Jake for supplying this treasure to our community to support the J.
Thank you, Karen. Most of 2021, we were emerging out of a global pandemic. It was tough, but the J persevered.
We're so happy to welcome back the people and programs that make the J come alive. Here are some highlights.
It was absolutely fantastic to be on the mat to have these kids come back.
In Japan, the family raise these say we call koinobori, like
That's amazing that the J was able to provide so many services to people in our community. It took a lot of patience, and we thank you for that. Please make a donation to the J after this program. Just go to our website, jccccw.org. You can also put in a bid for an ukulele autographed by Jake. Thanks so much.
And we'd like to welcome our friends from across the nation and across the sea. The internet is a pretty amazing thing. It connects all of us and connects us to the J events, which include language classes and cultural programs. Later in this program, we will honor Jake Shimabukuro, ukulele ambassador to the world. He is especially popular in Japan and will play a piece for us tonight. And here are greetings from Seattle's first Japanese-American mayor, Bruce Harrell.
And longtime Jay supporter, King County Executive Dow Constantine.
Hello, I'm Bruce Harrell, the mayor of the city of Seattle, and I'm very honored to be part of this virtual gala, the Tomodachi Gala, which is always so important, near and dear to me, where we get a chance to recognize those in our community, some more visible than others, our unsung heroes, people doing this important work to make sure that our community stays alive and vibrant. I want to say a special shout out to Jake Shimabukuro for his outstanding work in the world of art, culture, music, inspiring everybody. And at the end of the day, that's, I guess, the best we could do with one another, to inspire one another to be the best version of ourselves. Again, thank you for my friends for asking me to say a few words, for always helping me become the first API mayor in the city's history. And as I went to the U.S. Conference of Mayors and shook hands and hugged with a few other members in our API community, it became abundantly clear that our numbers are few, where we meet hundreds of mayors. But I have the secret sauce here in Seattle, and that is you, our community. Thank you again for my personal, for the personal journey that I've had. Many of you are my personal friends. So it's gala time, and always remember, one Seattle.
Hi, I'm King County Executive Dow Constantine, and I'm so pleased to be able to join you again this year for the Tomodachi Gala. It's my honor to be able to join in supporting the work of the Japanese Cultural and Community Center. It's very near to our hearts as our daughter Kyoko studies Japanese at the JCCCW. And as a music fan, it is great to be here this year as Jake Shimabukuro is honored with the 2022 Tomodachi Award. The award and this celebration are an opportunity for the Japanese American community and our entire community to work to strengthen the ties between the United States and Japan in music, in education, in culture. So thank you to the Cultural Center for all you do, for our family, for our community, for the people of King County.
Thank you, Mayor Harrell and Executive Constantine.
As some of you may know, the Seattle Japanese Language School is celebrating its 100th and 20th anniversary. It was originally a brick building in Pioneer Square.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Burton, a Japanese language instructor at Seattle University and a staff member here at the JCCCW. こんにちは。ワシントン州日本文化会館のメンバーとボランティア担当のベンジャミン・バートンです。シアトル日本語学校で日本語を教えております。シアトル大学でも講師をしております。This year, the Seattle Japanese Language School is celebrating its 120th anniversary. It began with just 4 students in the Furuya Company building in Pioneer Square. Back then, it was called the Kokugo Gakko. In 1913, the community raised funds to construct Building 1, followed by 2 more buildings in the 1920s. In its heyday, there were more than 2,000 students at the school. During World War II, Japanese families were removed from the West Coast by the US government and put into concentration camps. The government used the language school for Army Air Force training. After the war, families returning from the camps often had a hard time finding housing. So the language school turned its classrooms into temporary housing. The school was nicknamed the Hunt Hotel. 130 people in all lived there. The last person left in 1959. Today, the Seattle Japanese Language School is on the National Historic Registry and is the oldest continuously operating Japanese language school on the US mainland. We offer language classes to youth and adults, as well as Japanese language proficiency test classes and private tutoring. シアトル日本語学校創立120周年おめでとうございます。Happy anniversary, Seattle Japanese Language School.
So many people attended Nihongo Gakko. It's pretty amazing. If you'd like to support the Japanese Language School and its cultural programs, please donate. Simply go to our website, jccccw.org, after this program.
And you know, these wonderful programs would not be possible without our wonderful supporters, as well as the support from our sponsors. We'd like to recognize them now. First, our top-tier Matsu sponsors are Costco, Sachi and Jeff Nita, Yuka Shimizu, Bellevue Children's Academy, and Toshiko Sunahara.
Thank you to our Kiku Chrysanthemum sponsors, Larry Blackstock and Lori Matsukawa, Budokan Judo Dojo, First Financial Northwest Bank, Nichi North, Alvin and Mitsuko Terada, Union Bank, Uwajimaya, and Woodburn Company.
And arigato to our Fuji sponsors, Consulate-General of Japan in Seattle, Doug's Linwood Mazda, Mike and Tsuchino Forrester, Cairo Northwest, King TV, Yutaka and Tazue Sasaki.
Many thanks to our community supporters, Asian Counseling and Referral Service, International Community Health Services, Megumi Preschool, Seattle Kobe Sister City Association, and Dr. Homer Yasui and Barbara Yasui.
And a special shout out to our raffle sponsor, Alaska Airlines, who donated 2 round-trip tickets to anywhere Alaska flies. And we'll be drawing the winner at the end of this program, and you can do your part. Just go to our website, jccccw.org, after this program.
Did you know Seattle has a diplomat that is a world-famous Instagrammer? Here's a message from Hisao Inagaki with a message of peace.
Thank you, Yuna. I am Hisao Inagaki, Consulate-General of Japan in Seattle. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Ms. Lori Matsukawa and all those who were involved in preparing this year's Virtual Tomodachi Gala. Thank you very much for your kind service to the community. Since its establishment in 2008, the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Washington, or the J, has provided a lively intergenerational gathering place where people of all backgrounds can learn the Japanese language and experience Japanese culture. It has also promoted people-to-people exchange between Japan and the United States and welcomed people from Japan as their friends or tomodachi. I am deeply grateful to the J for connecting people to the community from our 2 countries. As introduced by Yuna, I am an Instagram page with a mission. I post videos of me folding paper cranes, also called origami of tsuru or orizuru. Since the day I arrived in Seattle, I have folded one every day. When I reached 1 year, various media outlets interviewed me, and it was reported worldwide in many languages. In Japan, cranes symbolize longevity and good fortune. It is said that origami cranes have been folded and appreciated for centuries. Soon after World War II, they were recognized as a symbol of peace as well. They are often folded and given to the sick and injured to wish for their quick recovery. They are also presented at disaster areas to wish for their fast recovery. When I started this project, everyone in the world was struggling through the pandemic, and so I folded paper cranes every day while praying for the health and peace for everyone around the world. After Russia's invasion of Ukraine, I added a prayer for Ukraine, continuing to pray for peace. I am glad others have been joining me on my origami crane journey. Thank you for inviting me to participate in such a wonderful gathering today. I wish the J another year of great success. Thank you.
If you like Inagaki-san's Instagram post, you'll really love his YouTube channel, CD Tries It. He does activities such as setsubun, bean throwing, the cherry blossom run, and making Thanksgiving turkeys. You will soon see something new at the J, a beautiful mural celebrating Seattle Japanese Language School and the resiliency and strength of the Japanese American community.
It's called We the Ancestors, and it's created by two public artists who have ties to this historic campus.
The building is obviously a very historical building and a very important space and kind of iconic for our community. And we really wanted to find a way to honor that.
We knew that we wanted to tell a story, like the story of the Nikkei community in this region. Our toil and our festivals, resistance of all kinds, moments of beauty, nature, just like things that are metaphorical and things that are, you know, physically manifested. We're just trying to capture lots of different emotions and moments.
Obviously, like, our history as a community is very deep and rich and vast, and that building holds a ton of that. You know, it holds everything from like old photos to people's personal belongings. There's the post-incarceration history, but there's even the history as a language school and everything that it's doing now, hosting community groups.
I guess I'm the fourth generation member of my family that's been involved with the building, with the school, with all the different permutations of it. So it's a real honor.
And I think something that, even in doing this project, I've talked to a lot of people and people are like, oh, there's a language school here or there's a cultural center here. And so I think for me, like seeing the mural grow up and seeing the public art go up in a way that it speaks to and represents some of those experiences for us, I think is really important because I really want other Japanese Americans to feel like there's something that represents them here.
And the mural unveiling will take place soon. You can go to our website to find out more details.
And now, the highlight of our program, recognizing our Tomodachi awardee. He is a world-renowned ukulele virtuoso, composer, and recording artist. Proud of his Okinawan heritage, Jake is hugely popular in Japan, where he has created soundtracks for Japanese films.
Jake was recently nominated by President Joe Biden to serve on the National Council on the Arts. We're also honoring him for his philanthropic work through the Four Strings Foundation. It provides ukuleles and music instruction to the nation's public schools. And we've asked Jake to play something for us tonight, so without further ado, congratulations, Jake.
Aloha, I'm Jake Shimabukuro. I'm an ukulele player from Honolulu, Hawaii, and I'm so honored to be here. I just want to send a big shout out to Brady and Yuna. Thanks for bringing me on and introducing me. I want to say thank you so much to everyone there at the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Washington for this beautiful award. This is the 2022 Tomodachi Award, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just speechless and humbled and honored, and I just want to thank you so much for your support. I want to send a shout out to our president, Kurt Tokita. Also, a big shout out to the Nikkei Heritage Association Board of Directors, especially Lori Matsukawa, because she's been so supportive and just kind of walking me through the process and helping me along the way. So thank you so much, Lori. And also a big shout out to Damian Craig, who's kind of, I know, working hard behind the scenes on the tech side of things. So thank you so much. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words, but I thought I could just kind of share my appreciation and my gratitude, with all of you by playing a song. And this is one of my favorite Japanese folk tunes. I first heard it performed on the koto, which is an amazing, it just has this incredible sound. I was so moved. And koto players, there's a Japanese word, it's ma, which is it's the way you utilize space and silence and timing, so it's kind of like your flow. And koto masters are just they're just amazing, the way that they incorporate ma into their expression. So this is my humble attempt at trying to make my 4-string ukulele sound more like a 13-string Japanese koto. But this is a piece entitled Sakura Sakura. Sakura Sakura deshita. Thank you very much. I wanted to share one quick thing with you before I go, but there's three things that have always, three important principles that have always been very important to me, and it's to be humble, be grateful, and be kind. And it's something that my grandparents, have always, I feel like they passed that on to me. And one of the things that really helps me to remember that is this back scratcher. I think every home has one, right? So, we use it to just kind of get those hard to reach places. But whenever I look at this back scratcher, it reminds me of those three things, because when you look at the fingers of the back scratcher, right, they're bending forward and it looks like people bowing. So that always reminds me to be humble, because when you bow, it's like a way of humbling yourself and a sign of respect. And it also kind of reminds me to, release any feelings of entitlement, and also just to kind of pause and be in the moment, be present. So that's the first thing. The second thing is be grateful. And when I look at the handle of the back scratcher, this is the extension which allows me to reach, those places and that I can't get on my own. But it reminds me of the word okage samade. I am what I am because of you. So if you think of it in those terms, it's like the handle of the back scratcher. It represents all the generations of people that came before you. That made sacrifices so that you could have the opportunities, and that you have today. And I know my great grandparents and grandparents and my parents all made sacrifices so that I could have a better life than they had. So when I think of the handle of the back scratcher, I think of all of all of those people that I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them. The third thing is be kind. And when you hold the back scratcher in front of you like this, when you hold it out in front of you, it's like a hand, extending, like maybe giving a gift or just kind of being helpful, being useful, extending your hand to help those in need. And this extends to your family, your community, just trying to be helpful to everyone around you, being trying to serve in every way that you can, being a servant leader. That's kind of what it reminds me of. And it also reminds me of a Japanese word. It's intoku, which means to do good in secret. And I remember my grandparents were like that. They would always do things for other people, but they never wanted any praise or any acknowledgement. They just kind of did it in secret. And I think that's something that I think is so important, to remember. But those three elements have always stuck with me, and I thought I'd leave you with one final number, and this is inspired by another Japanese word which means once in a lifetime. But there's a deeper meaning behind it. It has to do more with people coming together and acknowledging this moment, that we're experiencing, and realizing that this is never going to happen in this exact same way again. So you honor it and you take the time to appreciate it. And the word is ichigo ichie. And when I learned this word, it reminded me it just reminded me of touring, because every night you're in a different city and you're playing for a new audience, and every night is special and different, and it just reminds me to be grateful and to enjoy it and cherish, every second of it. So this is a song entitled Ichigo Ichie, and I'd like to leave you with this. So thank you once again. It is such an honor to be the recipient of this year's Tomodachi Award. And for those of you, if you're watching, for the first time, if you'd like to know more about the JCCCW, make sure you check out their website. And then you can also support by joining, becoming a member. They have an annual membership. And so please support as much as you can and spread the word. But here's a song entitled Ichigo Ichie. Take care, and thank you once again. Aloha. All right, here we go. Thank you once again. Take care, and please keep supporting the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Washington. I'm Jake Shimabukuro. Take care. Aloha.
Wow, that was so amazing. Stick around. After this program, we'll be auctioning off a signed ukulele from Jake.
And we'll also be announcing the winners of those 2 round-trip tickets wherever Alaska flies.
Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Our top-tier Matsu Pine sponsors are Costco, Sachi and Jeff Nida, Yuka Shimizu, Bellevue Children's Academy, and Toshiko Sunuhara.
And thank you to our Kiku sponsors, Larry Blackstock and Lori Matsukawa, Budokan Judo Dojo, First Financial Northwest Bank, Michi North, Alvin and Mitsuko Tarada, Union Bank, Uwajimaya, and Woodburn Company.
Arigato to our Fuji Wisteria sponsors, Consulate-General of Japan in Seattle, Doug's Linwood Mazda, Mike and Tsuchino Forrester, Caro Northwest, King TV, Yutaka and Tazue Sasaki.
And thanks to our community sponsors, Asian Counseling and Referral Service, International Community Health Services, Megumi Preschool, Seattle Kobe Sister City Association, and Dr. Homer Yasui and Barbara Yasui.
And it's not too late to give. Just head to our website, jccccw.org. Thanks, everybody.